This citizenship ceremony is now in session. La cérémonie de citoyenneté est maintenant commencée. Welcome everyone, my name is Jonathan Pourcin and I'm the clerk of the ceremony today. Bonjour à tous, mon nom est Jonathan Pourcin et je suis le greffier de la cérémonie aujourd'hui. Are you excited for today? I know you are muted right now, but if you are happy for today, just wave your hands and your flags. Yeah, awesome, thank you very much. All right, today's special bilingual ceremony held to mark National Flag of Canada Day and Black History Month will be presided by Citizenship Judge Suzanne Carrière. La cérémonie spéciale bilingue d'aujourd'hui, organisée pour marquer le jour du drapeau national du Canada et le mois de l'histoire des Noirs, sera présentée par la juge de citoyenneté, Suzanne Carrière. We are pleased to have special guests here today with us. Nous avons le plaisir d'avoir parmi nous des invités spéciaux. Le très honorable Justin Trudeau, Premier ministre du Canada, the Honorable Sean Fraser, Minister of Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship, Dr. Richard Vedan, member of the Nesconlith Band of the Secwepemc First Nation in the Central Interior of BC. He's an elder scholar and associate professor emeritus, UBC, social work. Bernhard, chef de la direction de l'Institut pour la citoyenneté canadienne, and the Métis Way brothers, singers who will perform the national anthem. Judge Suzanne Carrière, in accordance with the provisions of the Citizenship Act, it is my privilege to present to you 29 candidates for 13 countries who have met all the requirements of the Citizenship Act and are now ready to take the oath of citizenship. Justice Carrière, conformément aux dispositions de la loi sur la citoyenneté, j'ai le privilège de vous présenter 29 demandeurs de citoyenneté provenant de 13 pays qui ont répondu à toutes les exigences de la loi sur la citoyenneté et qui sont maintenant prêts à prononcer le serment de citoyenneté. I will now invite you to give your remarks. Je vous invite maintenant à donner votre allocution.
Merci, Monsieur le greffier. Anine, Tanchi, Wecht. Hello, everyone, and welcome to your virtual Canadian Citizenship ceremony. Bonjour à vous tous et bienvenue à votre cérémonie de citoyenneté virtuelle. I'm located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, so I want to begin the ceremony by acknowledging that I'm presiding it from Treaty 1 land. I'm on the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, and Dene nations, and on the homeland of the Métis nation. Je suis située à Winnipeg, au Manitoba, donc je tiens à souligner que je préside cette cérémonie sur le territoire visé par le traité numéro 1, sur les terres ancestrales des nations Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, et Dene, et dans le berceau de la nation Métis. Now, you probably already know that Indigenous and non-Indigenous people in this country are all moving forward together on the path to reconciliation. But what does that word mean exactly? Well, the Honorable Marie Sinclair, who was the chair of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, said it turns on a very simple concept, which is, I want to be your friend, and I want you to be my friend. And so in order to be a friend to the Indigenous community, each and every one of us needs to reflect on our own actions and see where we could be better allies to Indigenous peoples. Because reconciliation with Indigenous peoples is a responsibility shared by all Canadians, even new Canadians, such as you're about to become. Vous savez déjà que les Autochtones et non-Autochtones ici au Canada s'engagent ensemble dans la voie de la réconciliation. Mais c'est quoi la réconciliation? Eh bien, l'honorable Murray Sinclair, qui a été le président de la Commission de vérité et réconciliation, a dit qu'elle repose sur une idée très simple, qui est « Je veux être votre ami et je veux que vous soyez mon ami ». Et donc, pour être un ami, chacun et chacune d'entre nous doit réfléchir sur nos propres actions pour voir de quelle façon nous pouvons mieux soutenir les peuples autochtones dans nos quotidiens. Parce que la réconciliation avec les peuples autochtones est un devoir partagé par tous les Canadiens, même les nouveaux Canadiens tels que vous. I'd now like to welcome special guest Dr. Richard Vedan, Checheleches, to begin this ceremony with some words of welcome. Dr. Vedan is a member of the Nesconlith Band of the Secwepemc First Nation. He is Associate Professor Emeritus of Social Work at the University of British Columbia and also works with Indigenous populations and military veterans dealing with complex intergenerational trauma at the individual, group, and institutional level. Dr. Richard Vedan, Tchetcheleches, est membre de la bande Nisgaanlik de la Première Nation Secwepemc. Il est professeur agrégé émérite en travail social à l'Université de la Colombie-Britannique et travaille également avec des populations autochtones et des vétérans militaires aux prises avec des traumas intergénérationnels complexes d'ordre personnel, commun, ainsi qu'institutionnel. Dr. Vedan, on behalf of Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, we thank you for joining us today, and we offer you this sacred tobacco to demonstrate our respect to you, your community, and your teaching. Cooksjam. Dr. Vedan, au nom d'Immigration, Réfugiés et Citoyenneté Canada, nous vous remercions de vous joindre à nous aujourd'hui pour l'ouverture officielle de notre cérémonie de serment par vidéo. Nous vous offrons ce tabac sacré qui témoigne de notre respect envers vous, votre communauté et votre enseignement. Cooksjam. I now pass things over to you, sir.
Wake Cooksjam. Wake Okasapan. Shishwapan Ken. Rekos Tchetcheleches. I'm pleased to spend time with you on this very momentous occasion. And just Carrière, I give you thanks for putting down tobacco to ensure that we do this work in a good way. Tobacco is one of the many, among the medicines we use in ceremony. Others are cedar for cleansing, sweetgrass for praying, sage for healing. Wake Kalkukbi. I'm going to say a few prayers to get us balanced myself. Wake Kalkukbi, Wankatonka, Tekanchila, Kichimanitu, Allah, Yahweh, Io, Lord God, highest power, we know by many names. I give thanks to you for the gifts of this day, for the gifts of the four directions. I'm situated in coastal Salish territory, the territory of my great-grandfather, Johnny Peters. But as I'm a member from the Shuswap Nation, I'm a guest here. And I understand that the people in this ceremony today are across Turtle Island in the traditional ancestral lands of many of the First Nations, Indigenous, Inuit, Métis people of Canada. I give thanks for their safe journey. I give thanks for those who travel from the four directions and are gathered from coast to coast for this rite of passage as citizens of Canada. It is a ceremony which marks completion of one phase of their life journey as they embark on the next. Prayers are offered for the safety and comfort of those families that may be left behind, especially those who may be in harm's way. People of all cultures have rites, rituals, ceremonies of passage when they come together to mark significant occasions. And until it became illegal under the potlatch law from 1884 to 1951, First Nations people held ceremonial gatherings to mark significant occasions on a regular basis. In the Shuswap, we would gather at least twice a year at summer solstice and at winter solstice to come together to share stories, to remind ourselves who we were with our neighbors, our other tribes to which we were adjacent. It was understood that it was essential for individuals, families, and neighboring communities and nations to come together on a regular basis to ensure that communications were open and clear, and to clarify and reestablish the meaning of the words which be used. Potlatch gatherings began with a telling of stories of people's past, remembering where we were from so that we could be balanced in the present in order to move forward for the future. Events of the past month have emphasized the need of the importance for respectful communication on all our parts. The talking stick I'm holding in ceremony is similar to the meaning of the speaker's mace in the House of Commons. At earlier times, they were weapons of war until it was understood it would be better to use it as a symbol of the right to speak in a respectful, courteous manner rather than as a weapon of war. We need to get back to that period of time and respect the meanings. If you are in Shuswap, those of you in Shuswap territory, I welcome you to my territory. I can acknowledge those of you who are elsewhere, but I'll have to leave it to the elders and the traditional landholders to welcome you there. It's not my part. Canada, as we saw from the video, is a beautiful country. Unfortunately, we're just getting to the point where we can share the resources in an equitable way. First Nations, Inuit, Métis people have not been equitably served in the division. The findings of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission and earlier the Royal Commission on Aboriginal People have pointed out those discrepancies. So it's important that we understand that as part of the journey. So as you're coming to Canada, I've chosen Canada because it is a wonderful place to live. United Nations Human Development Index measured Canada among the best places in the world, unless you were First Nation. Through discussion, we're reconciling, balancing those inequities. I would encourage each of you to learn the history of the people whose territory you're making your home. But before you embark on that journey, do it from a place of comfort and security of knowing who you are, so you can come together in a balanced, open manner. Again, I raise my hands to you for all you've accomplished to this point. Your role in the participatory democracy, you're being part of the fragile veneer that maintains our democracy, is to ensure that you participate in an informed, respectful manner, whether it's municipal, provincial, or federal elections, that are essential to the ongoing society in which we want to live. Kuksjam, all my relations. Miigwech.
Kuksjam, Chimigwich, Dr. Vedan, thank you for getting us started in a good way. And as we discussed yesterday, I will return this tobacco to the earth and to the Red River, which is very important to my people, the Métis, after this ceremony. Dr. Vedan, merci pour votre accueil chaleureux et pour ce rappel à nos nouveaux Canadiens de l'importance primordiale de cérémonies, de rituels et de communication, et de raconter et partager les histoires afin de conserver et même renforcer leur langue et leur culture. What a wonderful day. We have so much to celebrate together. Quelle journée excitante. Nous avons plein de choses à célébrer ensemble. First, it's February, Black History Month, a time to remember and celebrate all the ways that Black Canadians have contributed to Canada's history, identity, culture, and success. Premièrement, c'est février, le mois de l'histoire des Noirs, une opportunité pour se souvenir et célébrer toutes les façons que les Canadiens de race noire ont contribué à notre histoire, identité, culture, et succès. Secondly, today, February 15, is National Flag Day of Canada. This maple leaf has become our country's most visible symbol, identifying Canada and Canadians to the world and reflecting the common values we all hold so dear: equality, diversity, and inclusion. Deuxièmement, aujourd'hui, le 15 février, est le jour du drapeau national du Canada. Cette feuille d'érable est devenue le symbole le plus connu de notre pays. Il identifie le Canada et les Canadiens partout dans le monde et reflète les valeurs communes que nous chérissons tous: l'égalité, la diversité, et l'inclusion. And lastly, and most importantly, we are celebrating you and the culmination of your long journey to become a Canadian citizen. And what an incredible journey it's been. You were born in another country, then at some point you made the difficult decision to leave your home country. And once you arrived here in Canada, you had to make a new home for yourself in an unfamiliar land. So today, I really want to recognize the courage, the determination, and the hard work it took for each of you to be here. And in a matter of minutes, you will officially join the Canadian family. Dernièrement, et le plus important, nous célébrons la fin de votre parcours pour devenir citoyen canadien. Et quel parcours incroyable! Vous êtes né dans un autre pays et à un certain point, vous avez pris la décision difficile que vous alliez quitter votre pays. Et une fois arrivé ici au Canada, vous avez dû faire en sorte qu'un pays inconnu devienne votre pays. Donc aujourd'hui, je veux vraiment reconnaître votre courage et votre persévérance qui vous a amené à ce point. Et dans quelques instants, vous allez rejoindre de façon officielle notre famille canadienne. And now I have the immense honor of introducing our Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Justin Trudeau, for his welcoming remarks. Maintenant, j'ai le grand honneur d'introduire notre Premier ministre, le très honorable Justin Trudeau, pour partager avec vous des mots de bienvenue. Premier ministre, à vous la parole. Oh, we can't hear you.
Sorry, it wouldn't be Zoom if there weren't challenges sometimes. Merci la juge Carrière pour l'introduction. Hello, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. Thank you, Dr. Vedan, for your greeting and for your beautiful, thoughtful words about this country and how to move forward together. They resonated with me, as I know they resonated with everyone, and reminds us of, for everything Canada is wonderful in, there's always a lot of work to do, and those we are welcoming to the family today will be an important part of how we all move forward together. I'm also glad to be joined by my colleague and friend, Minister Fraser, today. It's great to be here with you all for such a wonderful occasion. Today, you will take your oath of citizenship. It's an honor to be here, to welcome you into our Canadian family. Before I begin, like la juge Carrière, I want to wish all of you a happy Black History Month. Each February, we celebrate the contributions that Black Canadians have made to our country and reflect on Black history. We do this because Black history is Canadian history. Notre pays a été bâti par des personnes de toutes les origines. Aujourd'hui, votre groupe comprend des personnes originaires de 13 pays différents. En choisissant de vous établir au Canada, vous contribuez à rendre notre pays plus fort. Et c'est quelque chose que nous célébrons fièrement. Que vous soyez travailleur de première ligne, fonctionnaire, ingénieur, artiste ou entrepreneur, vos traditions vont enrichir nos communautés. Vos contributions à notre économie vont aider à sa croissance. Votre diversité et vos différences donneront une nouvelle profondeur à notre culture canadienne commune. You came to Canada to build a life, but now, more than just that, you're part of building Canada. You'll join us on the path of reconciliation with Indigenous peoples. You'll help us fight climate change, and together, we'll continue building a more inclusive society for everyone. When you take the oath of citizenship today, you share the same rights and freedoms that belong to all Canadians, here at home and around the world. No matter your background, ethnicity, faith, how you dress, who you love, where you're from, or where you live, you will forever be a full part of our Canadian family. And when you see the maple leaf flag, you'll know that it's your flag, too. Aujourd'hui, c'est une journée très spéciale pour devenir Canadien parce que c'est aussi le jour du drapeau national. Le 15 février de chaque année, on célèbre l'anniversaire du premier lever de l'unifolié comme bannière distincte du Canada. Le drapeau symbolise nos valeurs communes, des valeurs comme la compassion, la tolérance, la paix, l'égalité, la justice et la liberté. The Canadian flag is an icon of the strength, kindness, and unity of our country, not the interests of any one group. It represents people who care for neighbors and are there for one another. It is the flag that brave women and men in our military defend. It is the flag that our incredible athletes compete for at the Olympics. And it is the flag that people from coast to coast to coast proudly raise in their own front yards. And today, it becomes your flag, too. Au nom de tous les Canadiens, bienvenue chez vous.
Minister, merci. At this time, I invite Minister Fraser to give his remarks. À ce point-ci, j'invite le ministre Fraser à donner son allocution.
Good afternoon and welcome everyone. Bon après-midi et bienvenue. Dr. Vedan, let me start by saying how much I appreciate your beautiful remarks and the contributions that Indigenous peoples who've been in the land we now call Canada since time immemorial continue to make to our country. And I look forward to continuing to work to advance reconciliation in my current position. I'd like to acknowledge that I'm joining you virtually from the traditional and unceded territory of the Algonquin and Anishinaabe people. And let me say how delighted I am to be joining you on such a special occasion as we celebrate and welcome new members into the Canadian family. My sincere congratulations to every last one of you, and in particular to the youngest members who are becoming citizens today. I am so pleased to have you join the Canadian family. In my first few months as the Minister of Immigration for Canada, I've learned that citizenship ceremonies are not only one of my favorite things to do, they are one of the most rewarding. To be surrounded by people who've chosen to become Canadian reminds me how fortunate I am and so many others are to call Canada home. Comme vous savez, février est le mois de l'histoire des Noirs. Il s'agit d'une occasion de célébrer et de reconnaître l'énorme contribution que les Canadiens noirs et les membres de la communauté noire ont apporté et continuent de porter dans tous les secteurs de la société. Having grown up in Nova Scotia, I've long been aware of the important contributions that Black Canadians and African Nova Scotians have made to my home province and indeed across Canada. African Nova Scotians have called my province home for 400 years or more, longer than my ancestors who came from Scotland have called my community home. And let me say how important it is that we acknowledge Black History Month. Racism and intolerance have no place in Canada, which is why we're fully committed to combating anti-Black racism in all its forms. We're going to continue to stand together and to denounce racism and discrimination while providing whatever support is needed as we continue to address institutional challenges and advance equality initiatives right across Canada. De plus, aujourd'hui marque le jour du drapeau au Canada. Depuis 57 ans maintenant, le drapeau canadien est reconnu du Parlement pour les pays magnifiques et diversifiés qu'il représente. Il met en lumière le fait que les valeurs communes qui nous unissent plus fort que nos différences. But today, I have to say, is also very special because today you officially become members of the Canadian family and obtain your Canadian citizenship. You're helping to create a better and more diverse and inclusive society in the country that we all love. All of your preparation and hard work needed to meet the requirements for citizenship comes to fruition today in just a few moments. It's a remarkable achievement, and every last one of you should be very proud of yourselves. I urge each of you to join the effort to make Canada a more inclusive and equitable society. As citizens, you have the power to make positive change in your communities and across our country. C'est exactement ce que vous vous engagez à faire aujourd'hui en prêtant serment, et je vous souhaite la meilleure des chances. De plus, comme en tradition canadienne de longue date, ce sera maintenant à votre tour de souhaiter la bienvenue à la prochaine génération de Canadiens en devenir. I'm so grateful that you've welcomed us virtually into your homes to mark this milestone together. I want to say congratulations once again, and thank you for choosing Canada as your new home. You know, I'll conclude with a phrase I heard recently. Canadians are born all over the world. Some of them just take a little longer to get here. And I'm so pleased that you've gotten here and that you're going to be becoming citizens today. Thank you, congratulations, and welcome home.
Thank you, Minister Fraser. Thank you. We will now proceed with the oath of citizenship. All candidates who are 14 years of age and older are required to take the oath. If there's any doubt you have taken the oath, you will not obtain your citizenship certificate. Nous allons maintenant procéder au serment de citoyenneté. Tous les candidats de 14 ans et plus sont tenus de répéter le serment. S'il y a un doute quant au fait que vous avez répété le serment, vous ne recevrez pas votre certificat de citoyenneté. And now, please turn on your microphones and remain silent and raise your right hand. Et maintenant, ouvrez votre microphone et gardez le silence en levant la main droite, s'il vous plaît. We now ask our special guests only to close their video. Nous demandons maintenant à nos invités spéciaux seulement de fermer leur caméra. We invite anyone watching this ceremony to also raise your right hand and repeat the oath if you wish. It is a demonstration of your commitment to Canada, but it will not make you a Canadian if you are not one already. Nous invitons ceux qui visionnent cette cérémonie à lever la main droite et répéter le serment si vous le désirez. Ce geste démontrera votre engagement au Canada, mais ne fera pas de vous des Canadiens si vous n'en êtes pas déjà un. I'm just going to verify everybody is ready to take the oath. Simplement vérifier à ce que tous les candidats soient disponibles afin de répéter le serment. Perfect. Minister Fraser, the candidates for citizenship are ready to repeat the oath of citizenship. Ministre Fraser, les candidats à la citoyenneté sont prêts à répéter le serment de citoyenneté.
Please repeat after me. I swear
I swear
that I will be faithful
that I will be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II,
to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II,
Queen of Canada,
Queen of Canada,
her heirs and successors,
her heirs and successors,
and that I will faithfully observe the laws of Canada
and that I will faithfully observe the laws of Canada,
including the Constitution,
including the Constitution,
which recognizes and affirms
which recognizes and affirms
the Aboriginal and treaty rights of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis,
Aboriginal
treaty rights
of First Nations,
and treaty rights of First Nations,
Indigenous and Métis people,
and fulfill my duties as a Canadian citizen.
and
fulfill my duties as a Canadian citizen.
OK. Maintenant, en français, veuillez répéter après moi, s'il vous plaît. J'affirme solennellement
J'affirme solennellement
que je serai fidèle
que je serai fidèle
et porterai sincère allégeance
et porterai sincère
Allégeance
à Sa Majesté la Reine Elisabeth II,
à Sa Majesté la Reine Elisabeth II,
à ses héritières et successeurs,
à ses héritiers et successeurs,
que j'observerai fidèlement
j'observerai fidèlement
les lois du Canada,
les lois du Canada,
y compris les constitutions,
y compris la Constitution,
qui reconnaît et confirme les droits
et reconnaît et confirme les droits
ancestraux ou issus des traités
ancestraux issus des traités
des Premières Nations, des Inuits et des Métis,
des Premières Nations,
des Inuits, des Métis,
et que je remplirai loyalement
et que je remplirai loyalement
loyalement
mes obligations de citoyen canadien.
mes obligations
des citoyens
canadiens.
du Canada.
Félicitations tout le monde. Congratulations, everyone. You are officially Canadian citizens, and I am so, so proud to be here with you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, everyone. Félicitations à vous tous. Vous êtes maintenant Canadiennes et Canadiens.
Thank you.
To the new citizens today, you will be singing "O Canada" for the very first time as a Canadian. This is now your national anthem. Sing it with pride. Aux nouveaux citoyens, aujourd'hui vous chanterez le "O Canada" pour la toute première fois en tant que citoyen canadien et canadienne. Cet hymne national est maintenant le vôtre. Chantez-le avec fierté. I have the pleasure of inviting the Métis Way brothers to sing the national anthem. Zachary, Seth, and Mark are a musical group from Alberta. They went viral on the internet and have since appeared on TV shows such as Ellen DeGeneres, America's Got Talent, and in 2020 won the Nickelodeon competition show America's Most Musical Family. J'ai le plaisir d'inviter les frères Métis Way à chanter l'hymne national. Zachary, Seth et Mark sont un groupe musical de l'Alberta. Ils sont devenus viraux sur l'Internet et ils sont depuis apparus dans des émissions de télévision telles que Ellen DeGeneres, America's Got Talent et en 2020 ont remporté le concours de Nickelodeon, America's Most Musical Family.
Ton bras s'épaule, l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep my land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to the Métis Way Brothers for the wonderful rendition of our national anthem. Merci pour la merveilleuse interprétation de notre hymne national par les femmes Métis Way. Now, I invite Citizenship Judge Carrière to give her closing remarks. Maintenant, j'invite la juge Carrière à donner son allocution de clôture.
Thank you very much, Métis Way Brothers. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. And to our new Canadians, I mentioned earlier that this marks the end of your journey to become Canadian citizens, but it also marks the beginning of your journey as Canadian citizens, which means that you now get to enjoy incredible rights and freedoms, like the right to equality, freedom of expression, the right to practice your religion, and the right to vote. J'ai dit tantôt qu'aujourd'hui marque la fin de votre parcours pour devenir citoyen canadien, mais c'est aussi le début de vos parcours en tant que citoyen canadien, ce qui signifie que vous jouissez maintenant d'incroyables droits et privilèges, tels que le droit à l'égalité, la liberté d'expression, le droit de pratiquer sa religion et le droit de voter. But Canadian citizenship also comes with responsibilities, like obeying our laws, taking responsibility for yourselves and for your families, voting in our elections, and helping others. I know that you've already all contributed greatly to this country, and I can't wait to see many more exciting things to come from this group. Ces droits s'accompagnent également de devoirs, tels qu'observer nos lois, subvenir à ses besoins et à ceux de sa famille, voter aux élections et aider les autres. Je suis certaine que vous avez déjà et que vous continuerez à faire profiter le Canada de vos talents, de vos forces, ainsi que de vos cultures pour bâtir un pays encore mieux et encore plus fort. Well, this is very likely a day that you will never forget. Likewise, I will never forget that I had the honor and the privilege of participating in today's ceremony with you. So to our new Canadians and our special guests, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Merci, miigwech. Ceci est fort probable un jour que vous n'oublierez jamais. De même, je n'oublierai jamais que j'ai eu l'honneur et le privilège de participer en votre compagnie à la cérémonie d'aujourd'hui. À tous nos nouvelles Canadiennes, nouveaux Canadiens et invités spéciaux, je vous remercie du fond du cœur. Thank you, miigwech. Congratulations once again and welcome to our Canadian family. Félicitations à vous tous et bienvenue dans la grande famille canadienne.
Félicitations. Congratulations, all of you. It's a big day, and it's so wonderful to be able to welcome you in.